it's official. Hey guys, how's it going? Excited to bring you another quick video today. This one, we're just going to be recapping all the important stuff from the March Discover Your Ford live stream, which focused on charging. First of all, thank you to everybody that tuned into my live stream where we kind of watched and reacted together. I had a lot of fun doing that. Did have a couple audio issues. I took that video down just since the audio wasn't so great, and going to boil down all the important info into a quick video for you today. So here are a few things we learned from the March Discover Your Ford live stream. So most importantly, they mentioned that there are going to be more Discover Your Ford live streams for the Ford Lightning. Previously, they had only mentioned up through March, but they announced that in April and May, there will be more Discover Your Ford live streams. In April, they're going to discuss a model overview, which I have to wonder, is that just going to be basically a review? You know, we've already basically learned everything that we can learn about the different trims and what's available from the build and price tool. So I wonder if that's going to be where they introduce some of the new changes for 2023, like maybe just a couple different options that will be different, that'll be available on trims that they're not available on currently. That's wishful thinking. It's probably just going to be a review of what we already know. And then in May, they're going to transition to ownership-based live streams, because in June, those lucky few are going to start taking delivery of their Ford Lightning. So they said in May they're going to focus towards more ownership-based topics. Another big takeaway, and this was more of a question mark for me than an answer, they only discussed the 32 amp mobile charger and the 80 amp Charge Station Pro from Ford. They completely omitted, not once did they mention the 48 amp connected charge station, Ford connected charge station. And so I have to wonder, have they decided that that's not an appropriate charging solution for the Ford Lightning? Or did they just not mention it in hopes that more people they'll kind of upsell them to that 80 amp Ford Charge Station Pro? That confused me. According to Ford's website, you can still buy the Ford connected charge station. It's $800, but all the literature only mentions the Mach-E. So I don't know if they've rolled it back and decided that maybe it's not an appropriate charging solution, but you know, we've seen a ton of media and infographics from Ford stating the Ford connected charge station as an appropriate home charging solution. So that was a big question mark for me. We're going to have to see. The 32 amp Ford mobile charger will come with all the standard range battery Lightnings, and the Ford Charge Station Pro will come with all of the extended range Lightnings. Next big takeaway, range estimates. So there was actually a slight change here. Before this live stream, most of the literature from Ford had said that the extended range battery was going to get 300 miles and that the Platinum was going to take a little hit because of the extra accessories and only get 280 miles of range. And then the standard range battery would get 230 miles. New info on this, apparently the extended range battery is going to get 320 miles of range, estimated in ideal conditions, and the Platinum is going to get 300 miles of range. So good news for everybody that's interested in the extended range battery. Obviously for those of us that are going to end up with the standard range battery on the Pro trim, it doesn't affect us, but good news on the whole for Ford Lightning buyers. But the asterisk here is that Erroll, the guy who hosts the Ford live streams, had mentioned that the accuracy of your range estimates is going to be great if you have the onboard scales. But the subtext is that if you don't equip the onboard scales, your range estimates aren't going to be as accurate. And so that's something you're definitely going to want to keep in mind when you're kind of pinching pennies and deciding where to put that last dollar, whether it's a different accessory or the onboard scales. If accurate range estimates are important to you, then the onboard scales might be the way to go. Those are my big takeaways from this most recent Discover Your Ford Lightning live stream. I really had a good time doing the live stream. Thank you to everybody that tuned in live, and be sure to subscribe. That way you get notified when we do the next one in April. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.